So if I seem like I'm ignoring you, I'm ignoring you. If I seem like I'm glitching, I'm sharing. Sharing is caring. So the more this gets shared, the more you care. I don't think I thought out my wardrobe too well. Excuse me. So while I wait for something to load, there it goes. Okay, got that shared there. Now let's see what I can dig up over here. I hate that it does. And on my phone, I can only do it once I start. So I apologize. I am Amber Blackburn, and welcome to My Live Kitchen, the show where I like to take viral recipes and make them in real time. I have found something, I have found a couple durations of it, and I'm going to do it tonight. Doritos Taco Pie, which I'm really excited about. So what I'm going to do is I am going to set my oven to 400. I'm going to let that heat. Hey, thank you. What?
Did I get a donation?
No, honey, I don't have enough subscribers for donations yet.
Oh, wow.
Usually they come through PayPal.
Oh, okay. Did you do have PayPal, of course?
Okay, Shy. Love you. I'll see you in a bit. Oh, no, that was for after school. If you missed it, you missed it.
Oh.
Alright, guys. So the Doritos Taco Pie, I'm really excited. Like I said, I'm going to set my oven for 400. Now, the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to take some butter and I'm going to melt it. Now, usually you can take a stick butter and 1/4 cup of butter is actually the equivalent of 4 tablespoons. However, nobody bothered to tell me that we were out of stick butter. So I have had this sitting out. Oh, hey, no one's opened it. Huh?
We still have steak sauce.
Steak sauce, yes. How did you get steak sauce out of a stick of butter?
Wait, what?
Nothing. I love that it's raining and the kids are in. So I put this out on the counter. I'm going to have to do this the hard way. 1/2 cup. 1/3 cup. 1/4 cup. So I'm going to take 1/4 cup butter. And it is scooping easily. There we go. Got my 4th cup. Can put it in a little pan. Maybe. Not gonna put it in the pan. Where's my spatula? A stick of butter would have been so easy. So yeah, I opened like the butter drawer, because you know how you have like that little flap for your butter, and I had 3 tablespoons, and not 4, 3, and it's like great, which I usually don't use that much butter anyway. I think I like oil a little better. Just seems cleaner to me. Just knowing that like margarine can be plastic is kind of like, ugh. So there is the best 1/4 cup of butter that I think I'm gonna get. I'm gonna turn this over here. I'm gonna put this on my burner for low. I'm gonna let that melt while I do everything else. So the next thing I'm gonna do is the recipe calls for a pound of ground beef with taco seasoning. I'm actually gonna use ground chicken, which honestly, if you prefer beef, use beef. I love beef, but not everybody in my house eats beef. So, yeah, we know you don't eat beef. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to put this in the Big Blue. Go ahead and start browning that. Wait a minute. Ah, I put the back burner on. brain fart. I put my back burner on whatchamacallit. Go ahead and put my butter back. Grab a spatula and start mixing that up some. So you can see what I'm doing. So I have this pretty chopped up, and like I said, I'm using ground chicken. I don't know if I did say that or not. So I got that on medium-high heat, so I can start browning that. I'm going to show you what that looks like. Some brown chicken there. Well, pink chicken. Next, I'm going to grab my iron skillet. Got my iron skillet. I'm going to, you know what? I'm actually going to use butter rather than oil today, because I already have the butter sitting here. So I'm going to grab my butter. And like I've said before, you always want to kind of like grease your iron skillet. You don't want it dry when you cook with it. So I got butter on a paper towel, and I'm just gonna like rub this into my skillet. Which is funny, the video I was watching, and I'm gonna put the video to this in the description once I have this posted. I noticed, I was like, oh, hers has a handle on it. And I got to thinking, I don't think mine does, and mine does. So I am actually pleasantly surprised, or pleasantly happy. So I'm going to butter my skillet. Next, I'm going to take croissant rolls, and I'm going to actually turn up my chicken some because I don't hear sizzling going on. And just basic generic brand croissant rolls. Turn my chicken here. I wish it wasn't raining. So give my chicken a stir, let that brown some. Now typically when you add taco seasoning to meat, and this is something I did not see in the video, and I actually, whoa, I turned that up way too high. I haven't seen this in studying the recipe. When you add taco seasoning, you actually want it to simmer into the meat. That's why I'm actually starting with my taco. I'm going to turn up this butter a little bit. It's not melting as I would like. So this is just a generic croissant tin. I don't know how these work. Please don't shoot me. Okay, now what? Ooh! Okay, that works. So we're going to use the croissant roll to make a pie crust. I'm going to stir that chicken again. My butter is melting beautifully. Now, some of you might remember, a lot of my friends do, because I posted it on my personal stuff, and I was joking about it. Somebody actually took a Dorito bag and boiled a Dorito bag with like meat and everything in it. And my joke was, don't do this. It might cause death. Well, what happened was she ended up boiling raw beef in with her tacos, and it ended up both burnt and raw at the same time. So I can see where this is triangles, because it said to use the triangles. So I think I unroll it this way. Aha! Okay. So this is what I'm going to use to make my crust. Now the way she had it, maybe her pot wasn't as deep as mine. Maybe mine's shallow. And that's 4 croissant rolls, and it doesn't even cover half the thing. So I think I'm going to have to actually take the dough and spread it up and over. So let me show you what I'm doing. I'm actually kind of like pushing it up some. So So let me grab the rest of these. This cannot be right, because like when I googled the rest, you only needed one. So something is a little off. So it looks like I'm going to need more croissants. Or I'm going to have to spread this dough. Which, trust me, I'm going to spread this dough. So one croissant roll has covered this much of my pan. So, no, stay there. I am going to reconfigure my plan and grab another pan. So let me oil this up real quick. Okay, short person in the kitchen. Alright. So with cooking spray, I have learned the hard way. Always spray away from your stove. That should be good and non-sticky. Let me tend to this chicken real quick. Now, I know I said browning. The thing with chicken is you actually whiten it. It's kind of cool. I actually forgot to put butter in here, so my meat's drying out. Give me a second. Let me show you how that's turning out. That's turning out good. Here's my butter. Let me throw some grapeseed oil in here real quick. Just try to moisten it up. Alright. So now that we're switching gears, I'm going to put my skillet aside. And this looks like it's going to fit a lot better. It's still going to be awkward, but I can actually make more of a pie shape this way. Maybe. We shall see. Which, oh, hey. Yeah. So you can actually push this out. This dough is actually quite pleasable. Maybe I could have used the skillet. I don't know. Too late now. I'm already committed to my pan. So what I'm doing is I'm actually pushing it in and together. And so far, look at that. Half the triangles, and I've already covered half the pan. So maybe I was a little too quick to judge the skillet and this dough. And that's on me. But you know what? We're still going to have a fantabulous meal. So, let me show you what I got. I got 3 more little triangles of croissants. There we go. That chicken's cooking a lot better now. And I'm kind of like stretching it out. Maybe that was my issue. That was my whole dilemma. Lack of faith of dough. Stir that chicken again. So now what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to take a little bit of water, some taco seasoning, the remote control to the TV. I've been looking for you. Okay, take just 1 pack of taco seasoning for a pound, obviously. Oh, put my remote back up before I lose it again. Some water. Not a lot, just, I'm going to use the 1/4 cup. Put that back. I'm going to mix that up. stir. Let me show you what I'm doing. So this is nice. If you've ever had chicken with your tacos, it's the same flavor, just chicken rather than beef. I absolutely love it. My daughter loves it, and everyone in the house can appreciate it. It's never going to be a substitute for beef, but it's not bad. Just want to make sure I get the seasoning covering my chicken. And it's dry again. I don't know what's going on with this chicken that keeps drying out. I'm going to add, actually, I'm going to turn it down to low. I'm going to add just a little bit more water, and I'm going to let that simmer for 10 minutes. Let me show you how we're doing here. There's the chicken, there's the butter. And let me get some water. Not too much. I just grabbed a mug, used 2/3 of it. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to continue on my pie crust, which looks like, yeah, this is a massive improvement using a smaller pan. Actually, what I can do with this piece is I can take it this way. Which, I'm saying that I'm spreading the dough, but at the same time, it's kind of like, you know what, I'm going to mix and match this piece. So what I got going on is I'm actually kind of using this one for this side. And if I push down on it, it's blending, which is a good thing. So I'm going to stretch this out some. Break it a little. I might just have one corner that's just a little not with the rest of it. And so far, this is not turning out anything like I had hoped for. This is actually a lot harder than I expected. And especially in the video, they make this part all nice and neat, which they don't show you this part in the video where they're making the crust. So I'm actually wondering if it's like a can and a half of croissants and the rest get wasted. So that's the best I can do. I'm just going to have a gap over there. Which, you know what? Let me put you over here so you're out of my way. I can wash it. So, yeah, I had to think for a second. So next up, we have the Doritos, because of course that's like the main attraction of this pie. So the first thing she showed was breaking up the Doritos and making them dust, which I'm gonna do. Actually, I wonder if this will be better. Hold on. There is a lot of air in this bag. Let me push you back so you can see what I'm doing. So I'm going to keep that like this. The Doritos are trying to escape, like, help us, help us! This is actually quite fun. What did I do last night? I beat Doritos. Oh, I forgot to set my timer for 10 minutes. Shame on me. So let me do that. Now I'm going to take I'm really crushing these Doritos. actually, I'm going to flip it over and do the same thing on the other side because some survive. Actually, this is how much I have left. I have dusted all them Doritos. Somewhere a fat girl is crying. And I most likely know who it is. So let me put this here. Let me put this back. And then I'm going to grab my crustaster again. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take half of this. And here is, if you can see. No? Yes? Maybe so? I'm going to take about half of this. I'm going to sprinkle this in my pan. It's a little more than half. Actually, I'm going to turn off my butter real quick. You see my chicken, see my butter is melted. That is some melted butter, so I'm going to go ahead and turn the butter off. Show you my Doritos so far. I have this little crust, which is what was in the video, and I'm hoping the crust will make amends for the actual crust that sucks. Now, she used 2 snack bags. I couldn't find the snack bags, so I grabbed a party thing. Worst case scenario, I dump it in a thing of salsa later. So now I'm waiting on my chicken, which I was hoping would be done by now. I'm going to give that a stir. And this is turning out very beautiful. I'm happy with my taco chicken. So anyway, guys, I had to say last week, and I appreciate those of you who watched. I did get sick. I actually think we got food poisoning at lunch. Still got 4 minutes on that. I'm fine now. I'm actually gonna have some Doritos or Dorito dust. No. So I'm better, but it was rough. It was really, really rough. This is gonna be really condensed because this pan is a lot smaller. So if you do this recipe, definitely use 2 things of croissant rolls. I love how making the pie crust was not added in the video, and now we know why. So anyway, if you like what I do, I'm asking you to please subscribe, please like, please share this video. I tend to go live every Tuesday and Wednesday. Tuesday I play My Live Kitchen. Friday I like to do my own recipes. And Wednesday on TikTok I post videos on TikTok. So we have a lot of fun. Let me, excuse me real quick. Let me see how much longer I have to simmer this. I should be doing it for another 3 minutes, but I'm just going to let it go because I'm hungry. Now, this pound of meat is not going to fit in my Doritos pie crust, which let me show you one more time what I got going on. Woo! Sorry. So let me put this in here. Actually, you know what? I'm going to let that simmer while I work on another step I'm going to make. Put this aside. It also calls for... Woo! Why is this on? Why are the bowls stuck? Excuse me for a minute. Gotta teach kids how to put bowls away. So we're gonna mix out. I'm looking at the recipe and everything I got going on. Not a lot. It says a cup of salsa and a cup of sour cream. So I have pico de gallo, which we actually like a little better than salsa. And like I said, I'm only going to do half because it looks like our pie is going to be, woo! a little less than it should. Which, you know what? I have Dorito crumbs for something else. So I'm going to use half the pica. And I should be using half a thing of half a cup of sour cream. However, I am going to use just a little bit. So I'm going to take sour cream, put that in there. That should be enough. So I got sour cream and pico de gallo in here. I'm going to take a fork and just stir this up. Make sure it's nice and mixed. So that is what that looks like, and that actually does not look as much as I'd like. I actually wanted it a little redder. So I'm going to cheat a little bit, and I'm going to add some picante. I don't feel like grabbing my hammer. That means the chicken's ready. So I'm going to mix just a little bit of picante sauce in here just for coloring. That's better. So now it's a little more red, if you can see. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to put this aside. So here is my pan of Dorito crumbs. I'm going to take my chicken and I'm going to spread as much of it as I possibly can. Of course, I'm going to throw it all over the counter too. Go face. I know. So, you know, if you're watching and you actually signed on to YouTube and created an account, you could comment. I only have one device. So I got the chicken over my Dorito crumbs. Let me show you how that's looking. Looking pretty good. It smells like taco seasoning in here. Next, I'm going to take my sour cream and pica picante mix. I'm going to pick out a little bit. And I'm going to dump that over the chicken. And I'm going to spread this out so it covers and it's not covering. So maybe my faith is a little thrown off by the proportions. You know what? I will admit that. I'm going to grab some more sour cream and pica. Or it's not spreading as well because I'm using pica rather than salsa. Oh, I'm sorry, I threw that right in front of your face. So I'm going to grab some more salsa, or more pica, I apologize. And, woo, fling it across the counter. And more sour cream. And I stirred it up with a fork, which I've already sullied, so I can't do that again. So let me try to stir it up with a spatula. And that's not too bad. Nope. See? So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to push this into the ends where I have it. I'm kind of like painting the missed spots. And then I can use this to kind of like ice it with my pica and sour cream mix. So we got this all up in here. That, ooh, got all over the pan. Whoop, whoop. So I don't know how this is going to turn out because of the crust. The crust is a massive issue for me. And like I said, when I watch the video, and I'm going to post this video in the description once this is up, it's funny that they didn't film making the crust. So now in the video she used mozzarella. I have Fiesta Blend, which is Monterey Jack, cheddar, queso, quesadilla, and Asadero cheese. And you want to use a cup. This bag is 2 cups, so I'm going to try half of it. And it didn't open. Are you serious? Yeah, it did. So I'm going to go ahead. Oh, did I show you? I don't remember if I showed you or not. Here is my taco pizza so far. Or my Doritos Taco Pizza. I'm going to put cheese on it. And spread this out so it's covered because you want it to be a pie. And honestly, if I go over a cup, I go over a cup. It's cheese. No one's going to complain about it being too cheesy. So, that, and she had thick mozzarella. This is finely shredded. So, that's about a cup and a half. Overdid my cheese. That's pretty typical of me. So next, let me show you how I got it going. I got cheese on my taco pie. I'm going to take more Doritos dust of the crushed Doritos that I made. I'm going to spread that out. Now I do have a whole, I'm going to actually push this down some. Now I do have a lot of dust left over, which I can actually, believe it or not, I can put in some cheese. And I can actually use again, I can put in some cheese, some pica, some sour cream, and make just kind of like a dip or a fork with it. Chipless nachos. Or I can roll these up in tortillas and make Doritos Locos tacos. Not really. I can do something with them. So it's not a total loss. But I still have that half a bag left. So let me show you how I have that now. So I have my Doritos over the pie. Next, I'm going to take this butter that I have been melting this whole time. And I'm just going to gently drizzle it around my Dorito pie. So next, I'm going to put this in the oven. I have had my oven on this whole time at 400. I'm going to put this in for 20 minutes. Actually, yeah, that's fine. And I got sour cream all over my pan. So, thank you guys for watching. I'm going to have the review on TikTok later. You can follow me on TikTok, also Ember Burns Black. If you like what I do, please subscribe to my channel. You're on it right now. If you really want to support me with rising costs and inflation, my PayPal is also Ember Burns Black. Hey, Sam!
Who's Sam?
You might not remember Sam. You were really, really little. I don't talk to Sam as daily as I used to. I'll introduce you guys to Sam later. So anyway, you showed up late. Hey, Spider Kid. Oh, yeah, he remembers you. She grew. So anyway, yeah, I know. Hey, yeah, I'll get you some Doritos crumbs in a bit. Anyway, oh, did I set my timer? I did not. Alright, bye-bye. I'll say. Alright, so, if you wish to support me, rising costs, I don't know who is watching national politics or national economics. Our food costs are rising. It is very well in the realm of possibility that I have to shut down my channel again in a month from now, a year from now, maybe tomorrow. So if you like what I do and you wish to support me, my PayPal is Amber Burns Black, as well as my YouTube and TikTok. Thank you so much for watching. I'll have the reveal later, and I will see you later this next week. Later this week. I can't talk. Love you guys. Stay gorgeous.